Hi guys, we have another riddle to do today. Woohoo! So remember how we talked yesterday about ladders and how we always start at the bottom of the ladder and then we climb up to the top of the ladder. So we also looked at the title, Family Ties, and our job is to be detectives. We're going to try to figure out what the missing word is up here that probably relates to family ties or family. All right, so if we start at the bottom, because in the ladder we work our way up. The bottom says mom. Well, mom is definitely part of a family. All right, and then we get to move on to step 1, which is this clue right here. You can clean the floor with this. Change the last letter. So when we change it, remember I circled it yesterday because that helps my brain remember, well, when I get to that letter, I can't write it down. I have to change it. So the M stays the same and the O stays the same. And now I need to think, what is something you clean the floor with? Well, something I clean the floor with would be a mop. So that would turn into a P. And I can only use one letter because I only have one blank. Okay, now I go to step 2. This says a lid. Put the blank on the box. Change the first letter. So this time I changed the first letter, which means this one's going to stay blank because I need to change it. And then it's going to be O-P. A lid. What is a lid on something? So if I don't know, yesterday we talked about how we can go along the alphabet line at the front of the room and we can substitute these letters onto the line until we figure out a word that might be a lid. So we obviously wouldn't start with our vowel. So we would start with B, bop. Bop is not a lid. Cop is not a lid. Dop, fop, gop, hop, jop, cop, lop, mop. Well, we already have mop. Nop, pop, quap, rop, stop, top, top, top. A top is a lid. Put the top on the box. That would work. I'm going to put a T there. All right, the next one says a water spout. She drank water from the blank. Change the vowel. Here are our vowels, A, E, I, O, U. So I see an O in this word. That one's going to be changed. I'm going to put the T on the oops, nope. Why does that not work? Because I circled this and I have to change it. And then I'm going to put the letters in. This would be tap. A water spout. She drank water from the tap. I don't know if that would work. Would it? Tap. Well, tep wouldn't work. Tip wouldn't work. Top, tub. So yeah, I guess tap would have to work. Tap. She drank water from the tap. All right. The next step says change or a light brown color, change the last letter. So I'm going to change the P, which means the T and the A stay the same. A light brown color. Oh, I know a light brown color. That would be tan. Tan. Now, opposite of woman. Opposite of woman, change the first letter. Blank, leave that one blank. A, N. Opposite of woman. Oh, a woman, and then like Mr. Parham is a man. So man. Ooh, angry. Change the last letter. M, A. What's another word for angry? Y'all should know that one. Another word for angry is mad. All right, and now we're to the first one, or the top one. Another word for father. Change the first letter. What's another name for father? Another name for father is dad. So we started with mom and dad. And do those both relate to family? Yeah. Remember, if you are at the top and it doesn't relate to the title, you probably messed up somewhere along the lines. And if you mess up down here, you're going to get everything else wrong. So you really want to make sure you focus and take your time to get the clues right to solve the mystery. Okay. You're going to go to the table at the front of the room and get the paper that says color change on it. So go get color change, pause the video, and then come back and push play. All right, so the title for this riddle is color change, and the clue they give us is red. So red is definitely a color. All right, now we know we need to start on step 1, and you're going to be filling this in with me, so make sure you're following along. And you can pause it where you need to. Okay, the first step says a place to sleep, change the first letter. So we know we circle the R, we leave this blank, and then we're going to copy down the E and the D. Boys and girls, where do you sleep at night? Fill that in if you know. We sleep in a bed, so we should have a B there. Make sure your letters are formed like mine. Okay. To make a guess, I blank it will rain today. Change the last letter. So we circle that last letter. And what do we do next? Nice job if you're writing down the B and the E. And remember, you don't write down this letter. We are changing it. So what would it be to make a guess? If you know it, write it down. If not, remember, we can go down the alphabet. Now, don't write this on your paper. This is just so I can show you what I'm doing. You guys can use the alphabet line at the front of the room. So if I put in the B, Beb, that's not a guess. Beck, bed, we already have. Beth, beg. Well, beg is a word, but it's not to make a guess, so that wouldn't work. Bedge, beck, bell. Bell, that's not how you spell bell, so that wouldn't work. Bem, ben, to make a guess would not be a ben. Bep, beck, burr, bess, bet. Bet, to make a guess. I bet it will rain today. Bet works. If you already wrote that on your line, very good. Okay, number 3. Step 3 says to pat gently. I want to blank the horse. Change the first letter. So circle the B. That stays blank because we have to change it. The E stays the same and the T stays the same. What do you do with a horse if you want to pat it? I want to pet the horse. Hopefully you're already writing down that P for pet. All right, now we're going to write the seed of a peach. You change the vowels. So here are our vowels. A, E, I, O, U. I see an E in this word. The P is going to stay the same. On the next blank, we're changing this, so I have to leave it blank, and then we're going to write down the T. So let's go through our vowels. If we put an A, P, at, pat, that's not a seed. We already have the E, I, P, it, pit, pit, pit. A pit is another way to say a seed of a peach. That might be a new word for you, but this one is peach, or pit, sorry, pit. All right, now the next step on step 5 says use to attach things to clothes. Let me blank your name tag to your shirt. Change the last letter. So P stays the same, I stays the same. And now if I am using it to attach to the clothes, if you know it, write it down. Let me think. Pib, pid, piff, pig, pillage, pick, pill, pin, pin. I'm going to pin your name tag to your shirt. Pin would work. Okay, our last step. Hopefully this has something to do with color changing. A color made by mixing red and white. You're going to add a letter to the end. So that would mean P-I-N stays the same. What color do we make by mixing red and white? If you figured out it's pink, good job. This should be a K at the end. Nice job. All right, turn your paper over. This is going to be your you do, but just like yesterday, I'm going to read it to you so that you can get all of your steps correct. Remember, you want to really think about your steps because if you get one wrong, you're going to get the rest of them wrong. We are starting with the title, which is Inside Out. And in the first one, it says in. All right. Inside out, this starts with N. Let's get started. Number 1, step 1 says part of a fish. Add 1 letter to the beginning. Okay, so you're going to leave this blank because that's where your new letter goes. And then you write down I-N. Okay, pause the video until you have it. Step 2, this blows air. Change the vowel. Remember, these are our vowels. A-E-I-O-U. So you're going to change the I. This letter stays the same. This letter stays the same. What do you change the I to? Go through the short vowels. What blows air? All right. Number 3, step 3. A pig is short and blank. You're going to change the last letter. So you're circling this one. This letter's staying the same. This letter's staying the same. What do you change this to? A pig is short and blank. Step 4. An animal that has kittens. What's an animal that has kittens? What's the the adult one called? Change the first letter. So you're changing this letter. This stays the same. This stays the same. Pause until you're ready. Step 5, you use scissors to do this. Change the vowel. What do you do with scissors? You're changing this one. So this letter stays the same. This letter stays the same. What vowel do we change it to? A-E-I-O-U. Pause the video till you're ready. And you're at the final step. Good job. Step 6 says opposite of N. Change the first letter. This one's going to be changed. So this stays the same and this stays the same. What is the opposite of N? When you are done with this, good job. You're going to put your name on your paper and you can go ahead and turn it in, and then you can click the next button on your Pear Deck. Good job today, guys.